We've got the manifold on, the turbo on, the wastegate in. We've been busy, boys. Engine's obviously in, back from Hugh at Hughes Race Engines. Got the Plasma Man. Fuck, it's not Plasma Man, it's Hyper Tune intake manifold. We are going to have to do, to get this intake manifold to work properly, we're going to have to remove a couple of the hard lines at the firewall here because it gets very, very close. Inlet manifold sits right in those hard lines, which one's a clutch line, and I think the other two are for the rear brakes. So we're going to have to probably reroute them just for some clearance here, because there is a little bit of room there, but I'd like a little bit more, and those hard lines just couldn't be in a worse spot. It is just touching here too, so I guess this is kind of, this intake's probably not really meant to be running a car with a fuse box. It's still in the engine bay, but I'm leaving this here, so we'll have to do something here with this plastic cover here and make it look good. Gearbox is all bolted in now with the ORC triple plate clutch. We removed the factory water cooled oil cooler off the block because it takes up a lot of space and it just simplifies that side of the engine. Got the e-throttle, had a couple beers, a couple more beers. We put brand new, we could have put second hand in, of course they're brand new. We put all titanium studs in the head for the source manifold. They look pretty sporty. Yeah, so we're going e-throttle on this car just because I've never really had an e-throttle in a performance car, so I'm pretty keen to see what that's going to be like. Power steering reservoir doesn't fit here anymore because of the Hypertune intake, so we're going to have to come up with some sort of brilliant idea to make all that work. Maybe put a reservoir here somewhere. Running a Franklin Performance coil kit with GDR coils. I run that in the Mark II, and I've put that in the Sylvia. They work good, really good. I've done the Brake Master, which I've already filmed that though.
Why you went with the Borg Warner?
I went with the Borg Warner because Ben said so. I'm a Garrett gal. Ben wanted me to run a Borg Warner on this thing, so we're trying a Borg Warner just for Benny.
That's going to make good grunt. It's going to make good grunt.
Yeah.
Less burst. There's an amazing turbo in it.
And it looks quite big.
I'm so stoked that we're actually running a Borg Warner finally out.
Yeah, I might take it.
Not happy about this, Ash.
What's going on?
Factory wiring in a lovely car. It's a full rewire. I hate this.
It's a street car. So which parts have you done? You've done that whole thing that I'm looking at.
Yep, so all the aircon lines, it's the aircon joiner from the, what do we call it?
Bulkhead? Firewall?
Yeah, the firewall bulkhead. So that was all tardy and crappy, so vape blast that up, clean it all out, place for the O-rings, vape blast the bottom one. Toyota bring this out of the factory with an ugly sort of fade from the black to the alloy. Just looks like they've run out of paint. So clean that right up, mask it all up, vapor blast it, clean it all out, paint the strip black up to the front, keeping it as factory as we can with all the bits that are supposed to be polished or whatever. Painted the condenser.
The condenser came out really sick, eh?
Yep. Condenser, even masked off like the factory alloy lines that come out of it as factory to keep it looking as OE as it did. And yes, it did come out factory with a black condenser. If it was silver or alloy finish.
Everybody should paint their condensers black.
Yeah.
That's way better. Well, like we should have painted the one on the Sylvia black.
We still can, yeah.
Yeah, that would look way better than the crappy silver. Yeah.
And all the factory bolts had like factory corrosion on them from 20 or so years, so they're all vapor blasted and put back in place.
Factory JDM corrosion.
Yeah.
Looks real good, man.
Really nothing exciting.
What's this for?
This.
Oh.
For the chaser. Look at that. Mint. There's floaty bits in it. What the fuck? Oh, it must just be to tell when it's full.
When it's low or something.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does that have this into that?
What do you mean? It's the push-pull kit. And this thing clutch line.
See?
And a Toyota JZX ORC triple black clutch kit.
Fuck that.
Interesting. Engine bay's looking good, boys. Benny's been busy on it. Painted the AC condenser, which that looks fucking grouse.
Totally
Yeah.
a little bit of wiring up, got rid of that ugly.
Put a new one of these thingies in because they always break.
That is the heater control.
Heat control unit.
It's still cable operated in these JZXs.
Yeah,
we
old
kept
school. So yeah, ABS, ABS. Clutch master, brand new clutch master. Yeah, look at that, boys. Hoorah.
Brand new line from Toyota that clips into all the lines. Obviously not at the bottom, but right now, perfect.
We might just do some more rewrapping on this loom because it looks a bit cuck. Had to remount all that loom there because, as you JZX boys will know, it has this ugly white thing over here going across here, and intake hypertune going straight down here wasn't going to work, so redid that. We're going to tuck into putting the guards and the headlights back in to make it look like a car again. Hoorah.
Brand new nuts and bolts. Oh, oofed. Oofed.
Did you clean that with parts cleaner?
Yeah, no, with Super Wrap.
Oh. It actually came out pretty sick.
All the back card. That's Super Wrap, eh? They'll take concrete off your vehicle. What's a good saying for Super Wrap? What would it take off?
Rip break.
No, but like, what would it take off? You know how it's so fucking strong and you know?
Would take shit off a blanket. You know how people say things are stuck like shit to a blanket?
Something not right there.
Why?
Where's the brackets for the headlights or something?
It just bolts there. Bolts through the guard there.
So if I push that into there,
Yeah.
where does it pop?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That simple?
Simple, man.
Fuck me.
So if you crash, they don't. They break off real easy.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's still fucking smash.
Blood of papers.
You know, everyone thinks they come to work on cars. This is after hours.
You need new gloves for this thing, eh?
Dude, they're brand new.
You get soggy hands, and then they smell like stale old socks.
Lovely vehicle.
Have a look.
Yeah, just clean up all the rust off there so we can give it a quick lick of paint. The amount of media in here, it'll probably just rust to pieces anyway. Doesn't look great, but it's better than it was. Find somewhere else to hold the fucking thing. Oh, there's fingerprints in it now. Dang.
It's the real shit. What's the thing you're trying to plug in right now?
I don't fucking know. A thing that I'm pretty sure goes here.
Oh, is that like a ballast for HIDs or something?
Well, I don't know, it's got a ballast under here.
Oh.
I'm no mathematician, but pretty sure we need that.
Right, yeah. Probably unstrap it before I try and lift it out of the vehicle, you know?
You alright? It's a bit of blood.
Yeah.
So we're just taking delivery of the 2J back from Hughes Race Engines. It's looking good. So we just want to try and get this thing back in there today. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. So we're just putting some shitty hardware store bolts on the engine mounts. We might change this later, so I'm not a fan. But hopefully get these on. We'll get the rock covers on once Ben comes back from the A&E. So cut his finger open, had to get stitches. So yeah, we're without a head mechanic at the moment. We're winging it. Can't be that hard. Proper grease your spark plugs. Makes them easier to come out when you need to pull them out. Ooh. Fuck.
No go.
She's too strong. Fucking heavy. She is a beautiful thing.
I wish the knife had gone through your finger, not mine.
Well, if I did it, I wouldn't have gone through my finger because I wouldn't have done it.
Exactly. Don't do
Fucking dopey.
Come on, I'm not helping him either.
I do have 4 stitches in your finger.
He's going to be milking this for the next week, eh?
Yep.
Well, the guy is ACC, right? He did it at work.
Yeah.
No, you
No.
didn't. You
Yeah.
definitely did not.
And he said I can have next week off. He actually asked, he's like, do you need any time off? And I was like, are you shitting me?
It's quite, yeah, I'm not going to be able to push a pen.
Are you shitting me? Of course I do.
Are you gonna like 2-finger type?
I just stomp the keys like my dad. A real Britt Jenkins operator in the office. Hugh's done a real good job of this, man.
Not bad, Hugh, not bad. You know why these videos suck? There's no music in the background while I'm working.
You don't need music, and
You need
just
to
got,
notice this when you say things.
you just got fucking good old banter.
Yeah, so I don't know, I can't work without music, eh?
You don't work anyway.
That's why you
Regardless
because
of
there's no
music.
music.
That's why I don't work.
You hardly work.
What kind of power do you reckon did Hugh say how much power this is going to make?
600 kilowatt on ethanol. So we'll flex fuel it.
Okay, that's too far.
Is it?
That could.
Yep, that's enough.
Really?
That's enough,
Just
brother.
pull down slow.
Oh!
It's in on both sides, eh?
Yep.
And
actually just going to rock around like a cock in a sock.
God. I work with. No, it's good. I work with legends.
Built by legends, this is. Yeah, sporty.
Perfect.
Like a glove.
We can
we didn't even put the gaskets on.
They were on there just before.
I took them off.
Oh,
'cause I didn't think we were putting the manifold on.
Absolute idiot, eh? Fuck! Don't worry about it. Cinco manifold. Look how good positioning this is, Ash. Look how good. This is why you buy from Mike, from Cinco Customs. Everything, bang on,
Paid
no car.
promotion by Ben Jenkins. The bash.
Summer bash.
Does that just not fit?
Power steering?
Fit with power steering.
Right, boys, so we've just had the new brake master turn up. This is off a Supra. It's a bigger brake master because we're going to put big brakes on this, and on my Mark II I did this mod because it makes for a better pedal feel. I found once I did 6 pots and 4 pots on it, on the Mark II, the pedal felt quite spongy, so it's pretty easy to swap over. All you need to do is unscrew this bad boy, which is already semi-unscrewed, and change the res over. All the ports are in the right spots and everything, so it gives you a better feel on the pedal. Yeah. So with the old, I've just given the old res a bit of a clean out. Don't recommend doing that. That was shit, and there's probably still water in there. But yeah, you can see the difference between the Supra and the JZX100 reservoir. Unfortunately, you can't use it because it doesn't have the pipes on it. So you get another lid though, which will make it look a bit better. So that's a bit of a bonus. So now we're going to put this one on here and put it on the car. There you go, it's all done. Supra master cylinder with the JZX res and booster. That should make for some good stopping power once we do the 6 pots on the front. So, the gear trag has obviously never come in the chasers. So we're just trying to figure out how we're going to make this fit by drilling more holes in the gearbox. Move the mount forward and hopefully fuck it works.
Yeah, it's going to work mint.
Near enough's good enough.
This is where the drill bit breaks.
And I just went through the floor of the car. No, it didn't. Precision.
You look like a mad scientist.
Thanks. Something. Definitely something.